This is TWiT.
Bug bounties have become a permanent feature of today's software and system security ecosystem. There are, as we have fun every year talking about the pwn-to-own competitions, a white hacker competition sponsored by large sponsoring companies, some of whom have their products hacked and their defects then responsibly disclosed before they are publicly known, and that way they're able to be repaired. Then we have the somewhat sketchy outfits such as Zerodium, whose tagline a little bit chillingly reads, quote, "The leading exploit acquisition platform for premium 0 days and advanced cybersecurity capabilities," unquote. And as we know, they pay big bucks for big exploits, which they presumably resell to major player state-level actors, foreign and domestic law enforcement and intelligence services, and we don't really know who. So there are those categories. But the other one is white hat bug bounty clearinghouse middlemen, and the premier one is HackerOne. They sort of serve as a matchmaker between those who put up bounties for the responsible discovery and reporting of bugs in their own products and the hackers who enjoy finding them and reporting them and are motivated by those bounties. So in contrast to Zerodium's pitch, HackerOne states, more Fortune 500 and Forbes Global 1000 companies trust HackerOne to test and secure the applications they depend on to run their business. HackerOne reports that for organizations that found vulnerabilities before they were exploited using HackerOne, Forrester found benefits of up to $1.6 million and an ROI, a return on investment, of up to 646%, meaning that the economic benefit to these large companies of having bugs found before they're exploited is like way pays back the bounties that they are offering. And I've got a list of the top 20 bounty payers that we'll be going through in a second. But I wanted to mention that HackerOne touts that they say, from implementing the basics of a vulnerability disclosure process to supercharging your existing security programs via a bug bounty program, HackerOne has you covered. And the other thing they say is more security teams use HackerOne to manage vulnerability disclosure and bug bounty programs than any other platform. So the beauty of this is it's certainly possible for an organization to set up their own bug bounty program. But I can really see the advantage of, certainly HackerOne is a commercial operation. They're going to get a piece of the action. But on the other hand, they sort of form a central clearinghouse that makes it much easier for a company to say, okay, we want to establish a bug bounty program. We're simply going to register ourselves with HackerOne, let them manage it for us, essentially outsource that whole process. Okay, so in their promotional material, they quote GM, General Motors Vice President of Global Cybersecurity, saying, hackers have become an essential part of our security ecosystem. Okay, so I mentioned the top 20. Interestingly enough, we were just talking about Verizon. At the head of the list of the top 20 biggest, fastest moving, and most lucrative bound. I forgot. I have a link in the show notes here to a page that is titled Hacktivity at HackerOne. And when I brought the page up, and in fact, I'll just refresh it now. And Leo, if over in the upper left you click on new rather than popular, and then bug bounty, for example, about an hour ago, there is one of HackerOne's clients, Deliveroo, paid out a $500 bounty. GitHub 3 hours ago, a $2,000 bounty. 4 hours ago, GitHub, $617. Also 4 hours ago, $617.
This is actually scary.
I know.
These are all serious, I presume, bugs.
Yes. In fact, if you scroll down a little ways, there's PayPal 8 hours ago paid $3,200 for on a bounty that was found.
Wow.
Spotify.
There's a lot of bugs out there.
But many fewer, because we have good guys finding them and reporting them.
Right.
Here's GitLab, $1,000 9 hours ago. Upserve, $2,500 9 hours ago. Mail.ru, believe it or not, $750 10 hours ago. Upserve, a bunch, several $1,000 bounties.
Holy
Shopify,
New Relic, Automatic, Uber, Casper. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Ooh, look at this one. $11,600 paid out by PayPal yesterday.
So that means it was a pretty severe flaw.
Yes. Right? GitLab, $3,000 paid out.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Wow. This is
This
is amazing. And this is all
through
HackerOne, right? So this is just one of the people who provide these.
Correct. And in fact, here's HackerOne paid $2,500 for a problem found in their own system.
HackerOne!
4 days ago. Yep.
Oh, man. People are making this is a living.
There's Uber, $6,500 4 days ago. $2,600 paid by New Relic. It is a living.
Encouraged. Here's one for Uber for $14,500 last week.
Baby.
Should I be encouraged to see these? Like, oh, these are bugs that are fixed, or discouraged at the vast number of them?
I know it is a mixed blessing.
Here's a $10,000 bounty by Valve 2 weeks ago. Wow, this is amazing. That's kind of an eye-opener. But you got to praise HackerOne for publishing this. I guarantee you, Zerodium is not publishing this information, right?
No, they are a black hole.
Yeah. Wow.
So get this, and this gives us some. Now I'm glad we took a look at that, and I didn't forget to cover this. Verizon is number one of the top 20. This was a list that was pulled together by Trend. ZDNet. Sorry. ZDNet pulled this together. The Verizon has been a member of HackerOne for nearly 5.5 years. They joined in February of 2014. Are you sitting down, Leo?
Yeah.
During this time, Verizon has paid out more than $4 million in bounties. The top award was $16,000.
Wow.
I'm sorry, $6,000, and a total of 5,269 bug reports resolved across Verizon's products.
Wow.
The number 2 position on the list, launched 2 years later in March of 2016, is Uber. Since their launch, Uber has shelled out $1.8 million in bounties, paying a top bounty of $15,000 and resolving 1,172 bugs. Behind Uber in third place is PayPal. Since just September of 2018, they've paid out more than $1.17 million, 1,170,000, for a total of 430 reports. A top bounty they paid out $30,000 for some bug or bugs, which is twice Uber's maximum and 5 times Verizon's maximum. So PayPal, they're partnering with some serious coin, but they clearly take security seriously. They know they have to have it, and they're willing to have good guys find and report the problems, pay them some money, and not suffer the reputation damage of like having a major breach that, what's more expensive to them. And so this is why it makes sense. Shopify, since April 2015, has paid out more than $1.1 million across 996 reports with a top payout of $25,000. Twitter is in 5th place since May of 2014, paying out the same as Shopify, $1.1 million, across almost the same number of reports, 995 reports, paying a top bounty of $15,120. Intel in number 6th place, $800,000 since February of 2018. Airbnb in 7th place, paying out more than $600,000 since joining in February of 2015. And Ubiquity, who I was just talking about. I'm glad to see that they are there. They're participating ever since March of 2015, paying out $600,000 to have bugs privately found and responsibly disclosed, allowing them to fix them rather than bad guys getting them. And here's Valve. You mentioned that you saw one they had just paid, Leo. They're in 9th in line, having joined in May of 2018, so almost about a year ago. And their total payout is lower, $20,000 across 470. That doesn't sound right. $20,000? No, it must be $200,000. I slipped a zero when I was transcribing this yesterday, because, or maybe more, because GitLab is in the middle. Oh, that must be a single payout of $20,000. Yes, from Valve. GitLab is right at the middle point, having paid out $570,000 since February of 2018, and immediately adjacent, one spot below is GitHub in the 11th location, having joined in April 2016, having paid out a total of $500,000, 520,000 in 348 reports. And I won't keep going, but there's Slack is there. Starbucks is in 15th place, having paid out more than $300,000 since November 2016. Mail.ru, Grab, Coinbase, Snapchat, HackerOne themselves, Dropbox paid a hefty maximum bounty of $23,000. And finally, in the last place, now number 20, is VK, which bills itself as Europe's largest social network. So anyway, I wanted to share these numbers as we saw, to sort of drive home the reality of the fact that there is, we've talked about how possible it is for a hacker to make a career out. I mean, this is the world we're in today. Everybody is online. Apps have bugs. Companies are willing to pay some serious money relative to typical annual salaries to have bugs privately reported. So, maybe spend some time in the evenings, people who are interested in bug hunting, supplement your income, and maybe ultimately make a career out of it. It's certainly possible.
What does this say about the quality of software?
I know, Leo. It says this stuff is being shipped on a schedule, not on it's ready. And if you talk to developers, they're being, they estimate how long it's going to take them. It's why I never, ever say when I'm going to have something done. Right. I learned a long time ago, I don't know.
Right.
And fortunately, I don't have a boss who makes me ship something that's not ready. So yes, it takes a long time for my stuff to come out, to go out the door. But once it does, it's done. I know that SpinRite is old. SpinRite 6, I finished it in 2014. I haven't touched a byte of code since wait, no, not 2014, 2004.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
I couldn't. So it's 15 years old.
And have you had any bugs discovered?
There are no bugs. It's old, yes, and I need to update it, but there are no bugs in SpinRite because when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
But that's old school. That's not the way it is these days. So we've got it is really, really sobering. So again, to our listeners, HackerOne, HackerOne.com, then click on the Hacktivity link at the top and browse around and see if you wouldn't like to earn some of that, because you probably could.
Well, yeah. Where do you learn those skills?
In fact, they have it. If you hover over for hackers, then there is Start Hacking, Hacker 101, Leaderboard, and over on the right, Hacker 101, Learn How to Hack, and a Get Started button.
Tickety danged. Well, that's kind of cool. You're looking for work, learn how to hack. You could be working at home.
Yep.